Hello, you're watching this because you need some help with a hook. A hook is the very first sentence of your essay. And the purpose of a hook isn't to entice your reader to want to continue reading your paragraph. Basically, you want to hook their attention. There are five main hook strategies. There's a quotation, an anecdote, which is a fancy word for narrative, a statistic or fact, a rhetorical question, or common misunderstanding. So I'm going to give you five samples. These samples do not really relate to the topic that you are currently writing about, but after I've gone through all five, I'm going to give you kind of a suggestion of what to think about and look for when you write your hook. So my first hook is a well-chosen quotation. And a good way to start it is by revealing who the person is that stated it and then stating the quote. So for instance, Eleanor Roosevelt once observed, "The hardest thing in the world is to be yourself when the world is trying to make you like everyone else." Number two, an engaging narrative. An engaging narrative is a 2 to 3 sentence little story, short story about yourself or that you've made up that relates to your topic. In this case, I have, when I was in second grade, I was the only person in my class who got 100 on the math facts test. Instead of feeling good, I felt embarrassed because I was different. I'm assuming that this essay, I'm assuming that this essay is going to be all about feeling different. Another type of hook is a startling statistic or fact, and here's one. Suicide is the third leading cause of death for people under 25 in America. The leading causes are drug and alcohol-related deaths and murder. Okay, so this seems like it's going to be about suicide rates or leading deaths for people who are 25 or younger. Another hook that you can use is a rhetorical question. And rhetorical means it's a question that you're just kind of asking and there's no right or wrong answer. This rhetorical question is, why do people feel so threatened by individuals who are different? Again, this essay is going to be something about being different or feeling unique and what that impact is. And my final hook is something called a common misunderstanding or a common misconception. Like most Americans claim that they value freedom and individuality, right? But in actuality, they don't, would be why it's a common misunderstanding. So when you are thinking about your hook for 12 Angry Men, you're going to try to find a quote, a fact, think of a question, a common misunderstanding, or create a narrative about something with prejudice or bias, or how you interpret the facts of a case, or maybe something about young children being on trial for murder. Whatever it may be, just make sure it's one of these five hooks and it relates to one of those things, such as prejudice, bias, or interpreting facts of a case. Hope this helps.